Hello everyone, today we are doing a Pokemon challenge, specifically a Pokemon Emerald challenge, and that's pretty much what we'll do today. I just felt like doing Pokemon again, and I thought of an interesting but potentially really annoying challenge to do, which is a unique type challenge. I'll put the rule set in the chat real quick before we get started. So, I can only own one Pokemon of its type. That includes gift, captures, in-game trades, everything. In general, not at any given point. So I can just trade it away in an in-game trade, for example. But in general, I can at most get one of its type. Let's say I get a Trico. That's my starter, which I will. I can never have another grass type at any point from then on, no matter what happens to Trico. Even if there was an in-game trade asking for a Trico, I just cannot get another grass type. So that's one thing. But then I put another rule that makes it so we can only use stab attacks, as in same type attack bonus. So a grass type can only use grass type attacks. Now this is attacks, not moves. So we can still use status moves, just not attacks. But there go the coverage moves out of the window. Then we get running shoes from the start, can run indoors, text is sped up, impossible evolutions are possible. And since let's be honest, I was a little bit lazy, I just grabbed the challenge number 7 ROM file that already had those, but I would do them anyways, just the PC potion being randomized is different. And then cast form can be ignored. This is to avoid a soft lock. Now, in order to get through the first part of the game, you have to beat the rival, and in order to beat the rival you need to have moves or just enough items to heal all day long, which is never going to happen. So we can either just pray that we can somehow gain experience normally, or I can just catch one of the available things that can immediately attack. Those two are Zigzagoon and Wingull. Now, if we get Wingull, we get soft locked, because there's pretty much no other Pokemon that we can get that can, like, if we get Wingull, we are locked out of water types. And that means that since Wingull cannot get Dive or Waterfall, we'll have to find other things that can learn Dive or Waterfall, and there just isn't any that are not water type and can learn both moves. So yeah. And the other is Zigzagoon, but that then means cast form has to be ignored. Otherwise, that challenge is just soft locked, or we can just fight Wurmblues all day long and hope they kill themselves to struggle while wasting a bunch of items. So yeah, now one thing I need to change in the settings, because I just noticed it and it's pissing me off, is I want the game to run in the background. I don't want it. Yeah, pause when inactive. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now we can actually play the game. I've sent out the Discord notifications. Then we set it to stereo. Let's pick a nice frame to go. I think I used the pipes last time. I really like the pipes, honestly. Let's go maybe with the flowers. Which one have I never used? I've used pretty much all of them at least once. I'm gonna go for this. This looks to me less like leaves and more like a chameleon, like scales, but that might just be me. This looks like those grandma things they put on the pillows, so let's go with that. Unless nah, since I don't think I've actually used this more than like once, we'll go with this. Alright, skipping through the intro. Also, I like how Castform, the thing we can ignore, is just randomized there. Castform is pretty much shoved into you. Yeah, Dipsy Scale, don't really care about it. Because I'm not touching Clamper. Okay, it's 9 AM, 9:07 here. Thereabouts. Alright, then we have to go to the rival. Oh yeah, okay, so here with the rival, you can just leave, if I remember correctly, yeah. And she'll still talk to you, you don't have to actually interact with the Pokeball. A lot of people don't actually know that. And it's just faster, like if you are speedrunning. Alright, I'm going to save, because we are resetting for a Trico with a good nature. I need modest or... yeah, basically not this. The soft reset button combo, I kind of forgot about it. Okay, Lax. Since we will only be able to use grass type moves, like, we need a plus special attack nature. Grass type moves are all special in this generation. So used to having more items on the menu. That's why I keep struggling to do. Okay, serious. All these would have been amazing natures for a normal playthrough. Again, Impies, that's minus special attack, I don't want that. Naive, I could take, but I specifically want one that lowers the attack. Naive again, but with much better special attack and speed. The previous one was 11 and 13. Naughty, don't want that. Impies again, minus special attack. Now this is going to take a while, most likely. Naive, ooh, 14 speed. This is the maximum speed Trico can have. But I don't like the defense because it's going to matter a lot. Serious again. Like, Trico is already fast enough, I think. So ideally we want to modest. Yeah, this is the exact opposite of what I want. Now, if we get a timid one, it's not the end of the world, because it does mean that even after 2 Rock Tombs, we are still faster than Nosepass. Now, this is not a Nuzlocke or anything, it's just a challenge that is plenty annoying on its own merit. So I forgot to pull up the YouTube side of the chat. Alright. Calm minus special attack. I want a plus special attack nature. So we can either hope for a modest. Again, the opposite. Like, I want timid, for example, not jolly. We have found so many natures that otherwise I would consider amazing for playthroughs. Yeah. Minus defense plus speed. Don't want that. Again, adamant, don't want that. Alright. Wait a moment for the RNG to progress. I'm not using any RNG apps or anything to know when to click the button, I'm just yelling. Naive. I could take this, but like 8 defense when it should be 9 or 10 is just not good enough. Give me the modest. Sassy, yeah. Well, Trico does have a lot of sass. Hasty, minus defense plus speed. Naughty, no thank you. Adamant again. Naive. Honestly, I'll just go with this. Like, I can't be bothered. Sure, it has slightly low special defense, but it's good enough. And it has good attack and good defense too. Now, here's the thing. We cannot use Pound because it's a normal move and we are Grass type. However, this battle is scripted to for the Zigzagoon to always run away on the 4th turn. So here it should run away. Or is it for Ruby Sapphire? Oh, yeah, in Emerald it's when you get low in health. So we just need to attack one more. Okay, that works. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to run away. I know in Ruby Sapphire it runs away. Anyways, we just cannot use attacks. And that's going to be annoying. Because... okay, now that I think about it, we cannot get Pokeballs to do the rival battle. But I want as a test to see what happens if we lose the battle. I think it still should progress. If it doesn't progress, we just go back to the drawing board. Okay, so back to the drawing board. I might actually have created a challenge that's impossible. Okay. Time to see something. So out of the 3 starters, which one learns the stab move the soonest? I wanted to go with Trico. Trico learns it at level 6. Absorb. Torchic, it's at level 10. And Mudkip is level 10 because Mudslap is not stab. So we go with Trico. And we try to get 1 level somehow. I know of a way to get a level, but I don't know how well it will work. first, we need to find a good Trico. There's more of a problem-solving challenge than an actual challenge. I could like do the cop-out thing and just say, okay, just for the intro we can actually use Pound to get through the intro. But I don't want to do that. I want to see if it's even possible Naive, nah. I didn't like the stats. Sassy, yeah, no thank you. Alright, give me a good one. What did I just say? Again, we have to go for Trico, because Trico is going to learn the stab move the fastest. Sure, it's an awful stab move, but it's a move. And once we have that, we can actually just beat Wild Things enough to where Absorb will take out the Torchic. Just need... I didn't mean to pick Torchic. Sassy. One good thing about this game is that you can actually soft reset easily. I still remember what I went through in Diamond and Pearl trying to soft reset for a Turtwig. Like that was absolute torture. Naive without the best stats. I absolutely need one with 10 defense. An ideal 20 HP, because what we are about to do is basically just spam potions against a wild encounter. So I need to get in a wild battle and spam potions to get the wild thing to struggle. Hasty, that one's defense. Come on. I'll even take a bold nature at this point, because it will actually make it easier to get through this part. Hardy nature, that's full neutral. Okay, 20 HP, serious nature, but 8 defense. I need maximum defense and high HP. 20 HP, bashful, 9 defense. Nope. Okay, we will take a good few years to get through this intro. But this is just a challenge I thought on a woman. I just want to see if it's possible now, because I might not have thought it over. I thought about the cast forum, but I forgot you have to do the rival battle before you get the Pokeballs, not after. Also, since the PC potion is randomized into something else, I don't have the option to just use that as an extra potion. Okay, Luxnase. I need ideally 20 HP and 10 defense. 9. This is a full neutral nature with pretty good IVs, so we're going to try with this. So again, we are not allowed to hit Pound. And we just... Oh, so it does run away. It's just that you have to be in a red health. So I did remember right. Okay. Are we healed? Yes. Now, I'm going to save. And then we are going to the mart. Then we go in and we spend all our money on potions. So we get 10 potions, and by selling the item from here, we should be able to buy 2 more, assuming it sells for the full 1050. Oh, it sells for only 100. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, I'll still sell it. Then, out of all the things we have here, what would be the best encounter? Okay, I'm going to save real quick. I believe Wingull, it's just Growl and Water Gun. A total 65 PP. 65 PP, yeah. Basically need something. Growl and Tackle. What about the Poochyena? Maybe Wurmple will be good. Okay, let's see. Poochyena and Wurmple. I'm basically looking at the learn set for level 1. Poochyena only has Tackle. And then Wurmple has Tackle and String Shot, so we have to go with Poochyena. So we need to find Poochyena. I'd say level 2 ideally. It will only know Tackle. Okay, so I'm saving because we have to run some tests. At level 3. How much experience will it give me? I don't want to risk a critical. Then we heal again. Okay, heal again. Alright. I've used... Okay, Tackle has a tiny... Okay. I'm going to reload and then do something that I should have done. On turn 1 we use the potion because... Oh, in this game you can't waste turns with potion. So how do we get through this? I have to just waste an extra heal then. But if I'm wasting an extra heal, I might as well look for a level 4. Because it will give me more... Okay, I'm pretty sure we can get a level 4 encounter. It will give us more experience and it will give me more turns to use potions. Basically I need to use 5 potions until it struggles. So in 101 we can get it at level 3. In 103 we can get it at level 4. Let's go. Alright. Now we start. Clear. I need to not critical hit me. First potion. It critically hit me there, but that's fine. Second potion. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Third potion. Do I use the potion now or later? I'll use it now. Alright, so here he should be out, but I can only use potions. Yeah, we are not making it. Alright, that was our only option, because Trico just does not have enough status moves. What about the other two starters though? Let me have a look again. If we pick Mudkip, it gets Growl, which is 40 PP, and Torchic. Torchic also gets Growl, but the thing is, Growl has more PP, but at the same time lowers the attack. So it's going to take way longer for the thing to kill us, and then we will run out again. Unless it just gets multiple critical hits somehow. Alright, just in the interest of the challenge not being dead right away, I'm going to make one exception and just get a single level in the wild grass, and then we can actually get going. So I'm breaking the stab only rule, just this once. There. Basically one level 3 and one level 4. And from here on out we have absorbed, so we actually can do the challenge. We pretty much run through all our options. The only way to get it done would be if we picked one of the other starters, used Growl on a Poochyena, then the Poochyena got back-to-back critical hits 5 times minimum with the struggle. And even then it would be cutting it way too close. So it is what it is. Okay, so level 6. Now, we have the absorb in first. We cannot use tackle anymore, because the challenge has officially started. And the reason why I wanted to use Trico is because the other grass types in the region either suck or are dual types, and that would eat into the type, like another type I could potentially use. So let's say I want to get a Zubat later on, which probably I will, as my flying type. That's also poison, so there goes the Gloom, like the Odis Gloom, Vileplume line entirely. Then, next up we have, what again? Tropius is a dual type, but I want to have a flying type and a grass type way before that. And let's be honest, Tropius is kinda not the best. Anyways, we'll just keep absorbing things. I want to try getting to maybe level 12. I know it might sound like an overkill, but we have to beat May with absorbs. And I only have 40 of them, so it's going to take a while. No, not even 40, 20. So yeah, I'm pretty sure at level 12 I will just barely be able to do it. It's just that we don't have a plus nature because I went with a neutral nature. So without a plus attack, plus special attack nature, it probably ends up being one extra hit. So we just keep killing everything in the grass. Hopefully we don't find a shiny because I've lost count of how many times I found a shiny in the first 2 rounds. Like I have it on my Twitch clips. Me finding a shiny Zigzagoon before I even fought May, so I couldn't get the Pokeballs to catch it. Okay, we get quick attack, which is going to be totally useful when we are not allowed to select it. Okay, one more level, and then we do the rival. And I will be using TMs quite a lot in this game, in this playthrough. Normally I just stockpile my TMs because I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll need them, and I end up never needing them. But this time around, I will use the TMs because a lot of things do not actually get good moves by level up. Or if they do, they get it way too late. Okay, one more. I really don't want to be killing Poochyena because they give attack EVs. And obviously our attack stat will not matter. Now I'm going to try and fight the rival. And hopefully I can kill her in the 20 absorbs that I have. Absorb. Oh, okay. Bit overkill then. I thought it would be tankier than that. Because we don't have a plus nature. So I guess I could have done it at level 9. Oh well. I'll take level 12. Makes it easier for later because we will have to fight other things as well. Now, thankfully there's no Sub-Sitter in this generation. And we get the Pokeballs. And since we actually have a stab move already, I can skip the Zigzagoon. Which is nice because now I can get a different normal type, maybe a Whismur, to offload some of the HMs too, since Exploud can get Surf, can get Stab, Strength, and it's going to be... well, Linoon gets Surf as well, but the point is that Exploud is much better than Linoon. Alright, do I do the battle now or do we look for something in the grass? I don't think there's anything in the grass that I can actually get. The thing I normally get is Lotad, which is off the table. And these bug catchers are going to be a pain. When we only have grass moves. Now, another normal type I could go for is Stay Low. But it's normal flying. So it will count as both. Meaning I have to actually think about it quite a bit. Alright. One more battle, but I'm going to go back and heal because it's a Shroomies. And that might take a few hits. Also, I should have enough money to buy one antidote. On the off chance that Shroomies activates its ability. Because Absorb does make contact if I remember correctly. I might remember wrong. I might be thinking Glitch Life. Yeah, I'll just keep the Zigzagoon for now. We can always just come back and get it later. Zigzagoon is pretty much found all over. Alright. Wally catching tutorial. Let's watch him kill it. Come on, critical hit. Nah. He actually missed with the second one. Alright, we meet Scott with the cool glasses and let's go. Now, I need to be very picky. Oh. Where is it? Where is it? Because I did something stupid. I accidentally scrolled down to pound. I was just resting my finger on the analog stick. But I guess the sensitivity is a bit high, so yeah. So if I accidentally use a move I'm not supposed to use, we pretty much have to reset back to wherever I saved last. So I really should be saving regularly to avoid accidents. Anyways, I guess we'll wait. We'll have to go through this guy again. Only 5 PP. We should be getting a new move soon, but it's not stab. The next stab move, if I remember correctly, is level 26 Mega Drain, which we are going to be getting. I'm not going to level up to like 51 or 53, however much it is, to get Giga Drain on the Trico before evolving, because it's not like I have any other things to give Giga Drain to. Maybe Crobat for coverage, but then the Crobat cannot use it, so that's the point. So yeah, Trico is my grass type, so it gets all the grass moves, even Bullet Seed will go on the Trico. Alright, I'm going to heal up with the tutorial again. Alright. This time he didn't miss with the second tackle. Then we save the game, so that if I do something stupid again, I don't have to replay through the second route. Now Seedot has Bide. When it uses Bide, we have to switch to Leer. As long as we are careful about that, then it's all good. Now, we have one hidden item here, then should be around here. I know there's the one here. That's the magic art guy. But it should be here somewhere. I can find it. Oh, there it is. I just didn't remember exactly which style it was on. That's one item not a lot of people know. They know about the other two, but they don't know about that. Okay, I'm going to go over to the side here to grab the Pokeball and whatnot. Potion, then Pokeball. Alright. Now I hope I have enough absorbs to get through these battles. I'm going to have to go back and heal after this one. And probably I'll have to go back and heal like once or twice more on top of that. Now another normal type I just remembered is Slakoth. That's really good. But it does not really get any HM moves outside of Cut. And Strength of course, but like what doesn't get Strength? Great Ball. Do I try to get Slakoth? Honestly, I'm tempted. Like very much tempted. Nincada is another thing I could try to get, but it would take my slot as the ground type as well. And my flying type after I evolve. And basically I will end up with two bug types which break the challenge, so yeah. Come on, give me Slakoth. On Slakoth, I will absorb. Hopefully it lives. Shroomies. I did consider Shroomies as my grass type and instead starting with Torchic, but I just thought I might as well go for one of my favorites for fighting type, which is Makuhita / Hariyama. Now Poochyena is a good dark type I could get, but it doesn't get a dark move until like level 13, and it will potentially replace Sableye as a potential encounter. Sableye is just really nice because it screws with Broly real badly. Now Marill, we don't touch that. I need to be very selective for my water type. I already know what water type I'm going to go for, which is Walrein. Well, Spheal, but give me the Slakoth. I also need the Slakoth so I can do the double battle for some extra experience. And because I need a cat user. I don't want to put cat on the Trico. Come on, it's like 5% chance. I need one little Slakoth. But the game hates me. Slakoth is really good because you don't have to fully evolve it, you can just half evolve it. Taillow would be a really nice pick, but it does it into the normal type slot. And I'd rather have like something such as Crobat for my flying type. Because the secondary type does not eat into anything, like there's the Slakoth. Now I need Absorb to not kill. Okay, good. Then Pokeball, and we pray that it has a good nature. Don't be modest or something crappy. Naughty, okay, I will take that, plus attack. So plus attack minus special defense. Truant doesn't really matter. Has Yon for the utility. Yeah, that's a nice find. So that's our normal type. And it can only use normal moves, so it will get cut and it will get strength. And I might even give it bulk up or facade later on. Okay, since this cannot really attack, I'm going to use this opportunity to get a tiny bit of experience on the Slakoth. There, nice critical. Pursuit doesn't matter, so stop learning Pursuit, and we do not evolve yet. I'll keep it unevolved until like level 26, so we can get the Mega Drain, because it's going to be a while until we reach Kiki with the Giga Drain. I think her name is Kiki. Anyways, grabbing the items. Alright. Sure, I grabbed everything. Then we have to go in. All the stuff, Welmer Pale, Free Berry, Cherry Berry, that's actually quite nice, it will be very helpful later. Then Slakoth first. We basically just switch train it. Now, I did consider setting the battle style to set, but then I thought, nah, screw it. I think I have enough PP to take on this battle. So I'm going to yawn the Seedot, so it's not just not being annoying. Then we can just double focus on it. And core, that's also going to be really useful. Then, thankfully, Magikarp does absolutely nothing. So even if we have the Truant, we can just scratch it to death. And as soon as we get into town, we can get ourselves Cat, which is slightly stronger than Scratch. Scratch is the weakest of the starting moves. So Pound, Tackle and Scratch. Scratch is like the weakest. Pound is the best. In some games, the tackle is 35, and this one is the kid up here. Prepare a mere ball just for us. Then we want to grab Cat, and that goes immediately on the Slakoth. Alright, then I need the Quick Glow from over here. We'll also talk to Scott so we can get some extra battle points later. Depending on how many times you find him out of the optional ones, he'll give you more battle points at the end when you meet him in his house. Now, we can just sweep the gym easily, so I'm not particularly bothered with it, but I still want to do 1 or 2 battles over here, so Slakoth can level up slightly. Right, Shroomies, so Quillion. To Trico, then absorb it to death. Then we do this guy, then we go back to do the gym. Stay in, and then switch out because we have the Truan, and just exchange recovery moves, well, draining moves. Whismar could have been an amazing normal type to have, but since I tend to use it a lot when I want a normal type, I think it's fine. Now, time for the gym. On one side, then absorb the other. Then echo and absorb this. Yon, whatever gets switched in. Not that it matters, but it's all good. You are not allowed to evolve. Again, I'm going to keep it unevolved till like level 26, just to get Mega Drain. What level does it get Giga Drain at again? Naturally, level 46 without evolving. So in order to get Giga Drain, you essentially miss out on Leaf Blade. So I don't know how good that trade-off is. Anyways, I can use the Bullet Seed TM. Just to have a second option. We lose Leer. Leer pretty much does nothing for Trico. It could be useful for support, but for Trico, it doesn't matter. Want to? No, let's stay in. Why not? Bullet Seed. Down it goes. One other thing we can get on our team that won't really eat into anything else I could potentially get is Abra. Because the only other psychic type I can think of that we might get is Xatu. And I just don't think I'll bother with that. Not that it's bad, but I have better options for a flying type. Alright. So I'm going to cut the Shroomies. Just cut it to pieces. Sadly didn't do enough. But that's fine. Transport. Bit annoying. Not the end of the world. The paralysis is the annoying thing. I don't like having to deal with the paralysis. Okay, back to Slakoth. I want to try and get Vigoroth as quickly as possible just to stop having to deal with Truan. Now I'll do the battles here, then go back and heal. Cut. Let's double target the... No need to double target. absorb the zigzagoon before they heal it. Cat should kill the Lotad. Yeah, just barely. And Bullet Seed hopefully kills. Again, you are not allowed to evolve. Soon we'll find the Everstone and that will make things a lot easier. And absorb. There we go. Then we grab the totally not obvious hidden item over here. Grab the other stuff from all over. And then I will go heal up. Just to avoid any accidents. And I should give the quick claw to the Vigor and to the Slakoth because I forgot to. Level 8. That's actually quite rare. The chance for a level 8 Tailo is like 4% if I remember correctly. It's either 1 or 4%. I remember from when I was making my ROM hack and I was changing the values. Okay, so Yon, then into Trico. Should we have gone for Bullet Seed? I just don't like using Bullet Seed because it usually, in my experience, will only do 2 hits, and at that point I might as well use Absorb. Alright. We get a free heal here. One of the 2 free heals in the entire game. And here we get the nav thingy. Let's call. And we have a rival battle. So, before anything, I'm going to save the game. And then take care of it. I'm going to Trico. Torchic, we're going to do the Slakoth, we yawn. It can kill us if it wants. Because now we get a free switch in. And nice clean battle. It would have been really bad if it woke up though, because at level 15 it does a lot with Ember. Have I gotten the berry? Yeah. Anyways, now we can grab the items. We can grab the Miracle Seed from over here. And the tiny mushrooms, of course, just free money. Until I get the Everstone, I'll just give Trico the Miracle Seed, in case it helps. 8-ball, there should be one more mushroom here. Next attack, and off we go. Does this guy have nothing better to do than just sit, well, not sit, but like run around a table all day long, every single day of his life, just chasing Pico? Talk about living a boring life. Alright. in the cave we are going to grab quite a few things. To start with, we want to get Zubat, Makuhita. I cannot go for Absorb because of Pikachu, but we want Makuhita, we want what other? So Makuhita, Zubat, and Aeron. So 3 things. Let's get Flash. Not that I ever use it, because I'm always limited in moves. Okay. Please don't have enough nature. This is our fighting type. Bit low level, should have looked for a level 10 in hindsight. Relaxed, minus speed plus defense. It's actually not bad because it's going to get outsped anyways with how slow it is, and the extra defense can be quite nice. Zubat is next. Please be Adamant or Jolly. Nice. That's beautiful. Next up, we want Aeron. Sableye is an option, honestly. It is definitely a good one. Are there any dark or ghost types that are particularly good? For dark type, you pretty much only have Mightyena in the Hoenn region, and Absol, I guess, but for ghost types, Banette is one good one, and obviously there's Dusclops as well. So for now I will try to not bother with Sableye, but we can always just come back and get it. So freaking tanky. Okay, Everstone is here. Okay, I'll just go back and forth until we find the Lairon. Aeron, not Lairon. I wish we could get Lairon this early on. There it is. There's the little beauty. So this will basically replace Rock and Steel. Ooh, Slakoth, that's actually really good. I want both Yon and Endco, so I guess we lose Scratch here. Alright, level 12, that's nice. Come on, live. Nice. Then Pokeball. Please have a decent nature. Rush nature, that's special attack. Plus special attack minus special defense. It's quite a bad nature, but we can make it work. Alright, so off we go. I'm going to send out the Zubat, hopefully not die, then go into the Trico and just get a tiny bit of experience on the Zubat to get started. because from here on out we are just training the Zubat. We'll go back to training the Slakoth later, but Zubat is the big priority because I will need this for the gym, obviously. So back we go. Then I have to go back to Steven's dad to get the EXP share. Then give the EXP share to the Zubat. Almost there. Kinda wish he would just give us the EXP share right away, so we don't have to do the whole trek. Now, if we had an Abra, we could easily just teleport around. You just need to make sure to not heal in Dewford, and then you can straight up teleport back to Rashboro. Had a brain fart there. So I couldn't think of the name of the... couldn't remember the name of the place. Alright, so EXP share goes on the Zubat, and off we go. Gym time. I want to do the double battles. Ideally first, but if we can't, it's not the biggest deal. Blitz Life and then Bullet Seed. Blitz Life and another Bullet Seed. Now we switch. Let's go to Slakoth and Bullet Seed. This guy shoots out, we're going to Trico. Okay, here. Probably confusion right away, no. Okay, that actually is fine. Bite could have been annoying. Now we have one more double battle to do. Let's go do that, then I'll go back to the Dewford Cave and just level up the... Oh, it's a single battle. Why do you remember this as a double battle? Oh, well. Sure. Oh, I just realized I accidentally used Leech Life once during that double battle. Let's say it doesn't count because it only did like 1 damage. It's not like it mattered. I just don't feel like restarting just because I accidentally did 1 point of damage to a Machop with Leech Life by accident. But I will save and next time I'll just do it properly. Anyways, Geodude. Abra. What other psychic types do we have? Claydol, but I'd rather get a different ground type because it's just a way too defensively oriented. We have Zatu, but I already have a flying type. Solrock and Lunaton. We can get Solrock in this game, but we have the Aeron, so we cannot get that. What other psychic types are there? Oh, there's the Ralts line, which is just a worse Abra. Yeah, let's try to get it. Great Ball, I choose you. Because it's a pure psychic type, it can only use psychic moves, which means level 16. Docile nature, so full neutral with inner focus. If it was synchronized, that would have been really good. Is it level 16? Then what we need? Might actually be level 16 for the Zubat to get wing attack. So real quick, replace this with this, just so I don't have to scroll through the items. Abra, sand attack doesn't matter, then Trico. Basically we'll just keep grinding experience like this until Zubat gets a wing attack. Okay. Yeah, I really shouldn't be speeding up. I used Leech Life by accident. Do I reset? Because we got the Abra since I reset. No. Let's say it didn't matter. I know I'm doing the cop-out thing right now, but I just don't want to have to get another Abra. So, save. Level 14. We are getting there. We need a tiny bit more. Plans. Now, I don't actually plan to raise the entire team. For now, I'm just catching things and we'll see how things go. I do want to raise the Slakoth, the Zubat, the Trick obviously, and the Makuhita. Abra I probably won't bother raising. I went into the wrong thing. Can I not miss a 95 accuracy move? The only time I get through the confusion. Makuhitas should give plenty of experience, so it's our best bet, besides going down below and fighting Sableye. But those are annoying. So wing attack should be either level 16 or level 15. So we'll see which one it is in just a moment. Okay, one more level. Let's go. If it had a way to kill things itself, this would be so much faster. And before anyone asks, the reason I'm still switch training even though it has the EXP share is because that way, instead of getting this way, instead of getting 50% of the experience, it gets 75% of the experience. I don't care if the Trico levels up, I want the Zubat to level up. Screech. Honestly, let's teach it, why not? Doesn't like I have any use for those move slots. And it can actually help against the gym we're about to take on. Now, come on. Give me a level. And we'll be good. Mod of absorbs. Of course, not only does it go for supersonic first turn, but it also just doesn't miss the supersonic, and then I get hit in confusion or I miss my move, and that just keeps freaking happening. Anyways, I think either this or the next one is going to level me up. Okay. It's bite. Okay, what level is wing attack then? I'm pretty sure. Please don't tell me it's level 22. So, Zubat. Wing attack is level 21. Do we keep going until level 21 to get wing attack? Kadabra level 16 can get confusion. But it's only level 8, so it's going to take 4 freaking ever to level up. On the other hand, this is going to take forever anyways. So let's go. Time to level up. So we'll give it the XP share. Yeah. That's totally what I can do. I get hit 3 times in a row in confusion. Thank you, game. 3 times. Amazing RNG right there. Okay. Just need a few more levels. Thankfully, absorb heals me, so I don't need to constantly go back and heal manually. Okay, level 10, we are getting there. Only 6 more levels. If Slakoth was like 1 level higher, it could realistically one-shot the Zubat regardless of level, because Slakoth has a really high attack, so every level its attack increases by a lot. Like the attack gain is significant. Here I have to go for Slakoth. Slakoth. That's why we don't have to go back to town and heal. Not that it's far, but in the interest of saving at least a bit of time from the excessive grind I have to do. Since items are allowed, I can click on the gym already and just spam some heals. Or I could go to the bottom and grab a Sebelai and just destroy the gym with that. By destroy I mean just slowly nightshade everything to death. Because the only thing in the entire gym that can hit is, I think, the Machop. Either the Machop or the... Let's have Metal Claw. Not yet. It's the Machop or the Meditite. One of them has foresight. I keep having brain farts because I just haven't slept at all. I'm going to sleep after the stream, not before. So yeah, that's really why it's just I'm having so many brain farts. Anyways, I'm slowly getting to level 16. Level 14. Just to make it a tiny bit faster, I'm going to go down below where the levels are very slightly higher and we can find some nice things. Does this have a fighting type move? Not yet. Come on, can I not freaking miss? Sid. So absorb to get some health. Okay, one more level. Shouldn't take long here where they are higher level. I can't wait until we get Slash with the slack off to make my life so much easier. Critical hit, that did help a lot. Okay, level 11 is going to be bad. But Overgrow, Bullet Seed, save the day. Okay, here it will evolve. Alright. So we get Kadabra with Confusion. I need to move the Confusion over. Alright. So we don't need the EXP share on this. And then we'll just kill a few things just for a level or two. Alright, what do I have? I can actually fight back. Nothing. So just teleporting out. Just poofing out. Come on, stop giving me Sableye. I need Makuhitas ideally. Aeron I will take. I need something that I can just one-shot with Confusion, nice and easy. Zubat slash Makuhita. Zubat is 16. Still. So the Zubat gives... Yeah, the Aeron pretty much gives double the experience of the Zubat. Zubat is level 17 and let's go. One plus scratch, I will cut. And let's take on the gym now. I have a lot of heals if we need to. Just wanted to have a super effective move. And the Zubat just didn't work out. Now I do want to raise Makuhita or Aeron. The reason is they both can actually learn Surf. Once evolved. Makuhita can already learn it, but Aeron will have to turn into Aggron before it can learn it. And that will basically give me more room on my actual water type later on to have other things. Because there's 3 water HMs in the game. Dive, Waterfall and Surf. And if I put all 3 on my water type, then there goes its moveset. But if I can offload one, then it will be much easier. Now, which one do we go for? So we have Aeron learns Metal Claw at 13 and is overall really good, and we can give it the Rock Tomb from the first gym. As for the Makuhita, it gets Arm Thrust at 10, Vital Throw at 13. It gets some nice utility moves like Whirlwind. It gets Belly Drum as well from level up. And I will need something to hit dark types with, because right now I don't have anything. Mostly for Sydney of the Elite Four. But I need a room on the team for the water type I'll have later on. That's pretty much the only thing that will be added to the team. So we need to think now what we can possibly replace for the Spheal slash Walrein. I think Kadabra is going to get replaced. Psychic is really strong and it does get some nice utility like dual screens. So I guess we can keep it. Then the choice is between Makuhita and Aeron. Aeron is basically Iron Tail spam later on. Once it gets Iron Tail at around 29 to 33, depends on if we evolve it or not, then it's basically just that Metal Claw, Iron Tail spam with the Rock Tomb every now and then. Rock Tomb hits fire types, hits flying and ice. Ice gets defeated by... Wait, does this have thick fat? Yes, so it has thick fat. That gives it a lot more usability. I can also just lose Slakoth. Yeah, I think we'll just drop Slakoth. Like, it's really good, but unless I evolve it into Slacking, it will be missing out on damage unless I give it the... what's it called? I'm having another brain fart right now. Unless I give it the bulk up from this gym and make it into a setup mon. So Vigoroth with bulk up, slack off, then strength and cut. Oh, well. Let's go. Kadabra, Confusion. Off to the afterlife with you. Rico, which is Bullet Seed. That's a bit annoying. It lost its focus. That's good. Then for Makuhita, I'm going to go straight into the Slakoth to yawn it. Because of course it's going to go for the attack right away. And then we can go for Confusion. Now, first Confusion, I leave the hit, then light screen wears off. So even after the berry, it's dead. That's why I went into the Slakoth to yawn and waste exactly enough turns for the light screen to wear off. Again, Slakoth, we are just going to lose this. So Kadabra, welcome to the team permanently. What do we raise next? I think Makuhita is going to be the most important for the next gym. Normally I would go for Aeron because it gets Mud Slap, but it's not really usable because we literally cannot select the move. Okay, Revive. Either we get the Soft Sand, as if we couldn't just pick some up. Then I'll just be using the Kadabra bit. For some easy KOs. Kadabra also works really well against the rival. It's here. Right here. Then we move the Slakoth further to the back. Confusion are really good for poison types. Azurill is normal type, it's not water type. It always confused me as a kid as to why it's a pure water type. I knew it was part of the evolutionary line, and I knew like it evolved into a water type and it is blue and all, so it always just made no sense to me why it's not a water type. And as a kid, I would just constantly try to hit it with grass moves, thinking that it was like a glitch or something. But nope. That's just how it works. Like this. Alright, I'll do the battles in here with the Kadabra, and after that, we'll switch back to the Trico for the museum. Yep. Definitely won Vital Throw. Let's lose Tackle since we cannot select it. Vital Throw just destroys things. Just destroys everything. Coming from Hariyama. Just amazing for playthroughs anyways. Get the Soda Pops. Trico. Then we check. We have the dolls here. We don't have full EVs yet. Okay, Roxanne calls us. Now, I have legit never used a powder jar. I just, even back in the day when I would play with friends, I just never bothered with a powder jar. Okay, we want the Soup Bell on the Zubat. Let's get the TM real quick. Which one is it? Torment. Okay. I could do that. Then we want one Harbor Mail. We can get the Harbor Mail from the Trickmaster's house as well, but that requires waiting until we get to Flannery, if I remember correctly. Do I need to heal? Yes, I do. Although the battles are going to be tough, it's just two Carvanhas and one Zubat. What's it? We are not evolving. Let's go into Kadabra. Carvanha. Alright, very difficult battles. We get the second free heal in the entire game. Then we talk to Scott. Now, Scott is going to be here, just jump scaring us. And we get the Pokédex update. I can't remember if he updates the Pokédex or not. Anyways, I'm going to double target. Because it makes things so much easier. Kadabra already hits really hard. So I can't wait until it evolves. Because impossible evolutions are possible. Kadabra is going to evolve into a Alakazam. It's just at level 37, I think. Either 37 or 40, I can't remember. Somewhere around there, anyways. Alright. Now, the gym is... The Manectric, I believe, is level 24. It may be level 25, but I'm pretty sure it's level 24. Okay, no status, that's good. Mahita is level 17, so we're definitely getting there. To absorb to finish off. So I just don't get their AI when they basically go for helping hand on both at the same time. Because it's one trainer, it's not two trainers. But they act as if it's two separate trainers that don't communicate. Maybe I will be careful when I'm only using grass moves, specifically Absorb or Mega Drain, because Tentacles have Liquid Ooze. So if I try to use Absorb, I'll instead just lose health. Alright. Let's go to the Mahita. Poison powder, it's fine. Metal throw. Doesn't do as much as I was hoping. It's fine. Should have one antidote, or either one or two. Have one. Let's use it. Why not? And I do like doing the Trick Masters pretty much every time it's available. Because some of the puzzles are quite enjoyable. I like the one with the flipping doors, the red and blue buttons, where the doors will just alternate. Because they have either a complicated solution or just an incredibly simple one. Okay, Stun Spore, that's actually fine. We don't have Guts, we have Thick Fat, but in reality Thick Fat is much better because we will run into moves like that a lot more often than actually being statused and in a position to take advantage of it. Alright, we get the thing. Now, during the last test, there will be a nugget underneath his pillow here, and that's one of many missable items. In Auras, it's a big nugget instead. I'm going to fight the kid. Okay, do we want an electric type? For electric types, this one is pretty much the only good one in the entire region, besides like the Magneton. I will catch it, just to have it, and that counts as our electric type. Oddish I cannot get because I already have both a grass type and a poison type. But yeah. Alright, so we have a battle against the kid here. Three hits. I keep getting 2 hits. At 2 hits, I might as well be using Absorb. That's my issue with it. Alright, the Wingull I don't care about. And then over here we have the rival battle. It starts with the Wingull again. Like I remember it starting with the Lombre. Yeah, that's fine. Growl saves it for a turn, be good. Then Combustion. one example of the fire types we'll be finding and why thick fat is good, but we have Kadabra. Why am I walking back? I literally have teleport. This is what happens when you don't sleep enough. I've slept like 2 hours. In the past few hours, like the past day almost. Vital throw here, don't care if I get static. Ooh, get Psybeam, that's actually really good. Because that is a lot stronger. Just delete that as it comes in. And revive. Alright, so we have a paralyze heal for the Kadabra. Be careful not to get encounters here, because Makuhita is just ultra slow, so it won't be able to run away. Let's go for arm thrust and just side beam. Take a ball. Like, it's almost half my level and I still need like 3 turns to run away. It's that slow. And we have a minus speed nature on top, which does matter. Alright, Kadabra. The poison doesn't matter at this point. We are way too close to the city. Alright, so do I keep focus energy? Honestly, I kinda want to keep focus energy, although Whirlwind is going to be extremely important later on. For example, Juan's Kingdra has double team spam, so Whirlwind can just reset that, although at that point Vital Throw is the better option, since it never misses. What other setup mons do we have? We're already past Broly, so the Makuhita is out of the way. Watson Howl spamming with a Manectric. Nah, it is a good move, but I can't think of enough situations where I can just justify it. This didn't get the hit. Oh well. Well, let's see. Finally get the 5 hits. Nice. So we're going here. The Harbor Mare, get the case. Then I have a bunch of things to sell. Their hit and X items, I will just avoid using them. They're way too OP. Like, they are nice, but if I start using X items, there's not really much of a challenge. Since you can literally sweep the Elite Four with a Magikarp that knows Tackle. Okay. Not in this game because there's ghost types, but in most games you can just sweep with simply a Magikarp. Now, always choose Mach Bike first, because it lets you access a black belt in Route 111. Which one did we get? Oh, the trader. Alright. Trico, Kadabra. Let's see here. Psybeam here. And basically we just keep doing the same thing. Provided my bullet seed doesn't do the minimum number of hits yet again. So instead of doing the minimum number of hits, it just misses entirely. Which is even worse. Alright. Kita. At level 24, the Makuhita evolves. Okay, I have 2 evolutions. Oh, it didn't. It was yeah. It was this that leveled up. I thought this leveled up too. Nothing there. Go to the opposite side. Oh, actually, let's bully Wally a bit. Why not? Someone needs to take him down a notch or two. Sick kid wanting to become champion? What dare he? Alright, bullet seed, then Sabin. Absorb, confusion. Alright. I need to pause. And then I need to see if I should evolve now or later, because I forgot to check. No, we evolve now. The only things we get by not evolving are much later. Alright. So Hariyama is pretty much ready for the gym, so next up, let's raise Aaron a bit. Halo shouldn't be able to take a full hit. Bullet seed. Aaron, mine is better. Do I actually raise the Aaron? I do really like Aaron. The problem is we have a pretty mediocre nature. I think we'll raise it, why not? Has some nice utility options. Go into... Actually, Aaron can take it on now that it has Metal Cloak. Still, Rock is quite good defensively. So, this is before Gen 6 nerfed the Steel type. Bullets should take care of it. Nice and easy. I literally remembered about this guy as I was walking down, and I stopped hoping I still have time to open the menu and teach Rock Tomb to the Aaron. Oh well. Alright, so let's just go to Aaron. A bit. Then we go into Kadabra. Psybeam. My team is pretty beaten up, but let's fight this one too. Why not? Let's actually make use of the overgrow. I pretty much never take advantage of overgrow. So let's make this an exception. And I know it sounds annoying from the low health, but it's fine. Kadabra is going to die. Alright. Here we can get some nest balls, which are especially good early game, but at the same time, why would they do that when we don't really have any other good monsters to catch from here on out? Or more like, I don't have room on the team. If I could have a big team, then yes, but as things stand, not really. Okay, the glasses are here. Then we talk to him. I dropped my glasses, can you hear me finally? Like, you don't have to talk to him for the glasses to show up. That's what I like about all the Pokemon games. The item is already there, just waiting to be picked up, like the machine part in the Johto games. But then, whenever there's a game after Gen 4, you can only get the item if you trigger it. Now, next level, this gets Mega Drain and we do evolve it. So then, let's go. Which I think will be pretty easy, as long as we don't do anything stupid. Even though these things in the gym are not actually electric, they are all given electric coverage like Shockwave and whatnot. Iron Defense, yeah, I don't really want it. This is the Voltorb, Psybeam, the Eliniza. Bullet Seed, Psybeam. Okay, Reflect. Psybeam has 20 PP, so do I lose Confusion? They both have a 10% chance to confuse, so the only difference is losing 5 PP for more damage. And Disable kinda sucks, but might come in handy. Alright. So I'm going to switch out, going to the Aeron, and Cyber. Metal Claw. All, no, doesn't matter what I Metal Claw. Okay, Mega Drain. We keep everything, but we just lose quick attack. Alright, now we can let it evolve, and at level 29 we get Leaf Blade. Should buy some Paralyze heals. I just remembered I used the one I had already. 2 should be more than enough. Just to avoid any accidents. He does like to spam Thunder Wave quite a lot. Alright, he starts with Voltorb. Which hits harder. 61, 56, 65. High power Bullet Seed, like 5-hit Bullet Seed. Will do about the same because of the Miracle Seed. But now we start with Kadabra. Let's go. Psybeam should do one shot. Doesn't, it's fine. So another Psybeam. Another Psybeam. Electrike comes in. For this one, Sustain. Then Magneton comes in. Hariyama. Straight for the Vital Throw. That should be a clean one-shot, or not really. I think it's a chance to one-shot. Then Manectric. Yawn. That was a quick claw yawn, by the way. That's how I moved first. I can go for a Sand Attack, but it won't really matter, so Vital Throw. Paralyze Heal, because it wakes up. Paralyze Heal again. Yeah. If I outspeed, it's dead. Alright. So now we have access to Rock Smash. I need to give it to the Hariyama because it can actually make use of it in battle as well. So let's lose Focus Energy. And then let's go grab Strength real quick. For Strength. So I should have a Repel. HP up, let's use it on the Hariyama. And one Repel. Okay, we get Strength. And the Repeat Ball. Alright. I want to check if we can buy Super Repels. Not yet. Alright. Forgot to grab the Revive. Pretty sure this is a Revive. Yeah. Wait, is Illumise the common one or the rare one? Illumise... No, it's the common one. Volbit is the rare one. Volbit is the 1% encounter. Alright, let's go. We have some battles here. Zubat and Grovyle. Push it out. Kadabra. I will take Bullet Seed. A poison, that's good. Oh, Grovyle is faster now than Kadabra. That's actually nice. Alright, Metal Claw to the Shroomies, then Mega Drain, Enamel. Alright, never mind, we'll just switch out. Wait. Almost made the mistake again of going for Leech Life. Alright, before we fight the wind straits, might as well heal up. I really liked trainer heal as a kid. It destroyed me and my playthrough team the first time around because I didn't know about how it worked. How was I supposed to know that I would freaking encounter an Entei in there? But it is what it is. Alright. Kadabra. Save. And it's dead. Profile. And Bullet Seed. Then... oh, let's stay in. Bullet Seed first. Then Mega Drain. Mega Drain is the same as a 4-hit Bullet Seed, for reference. Roughly. Due to them being smaller hits, there's a lot of rounding going on. Alright, we get the Macho Brace. For people that live about battling, it's kinda stupid how salty they get after losing. Okay, nothing useful here. And up we go. Gabi and Tai. Mega Drain the Whismer. Then arm first the Magnemite while switching back into the Zubat. We don't want an interview. Now there's this glitch where if you keep fighting them, eventually they are going to get glitched into staying in the same place forever in Emerald. I can't remember if it also works in the Ruby Sapphire games, but I know in Emerald it does work. Basically they forgot to change the little symbol in the code, and it resulted in them, after 99 battles I think, to just stop moving locations. So if you take the time to actually fight them over and over and over to where you trigger the glitch, then they are pretty much the best way to farm experience in the game, because every time you talk to them it's just a new battle, and Exploud gives quite a bit of experience. So they'll just be sitting there and you'll just keep talking to them. Nuzleaf, let's go into Hariyama. Do I want to roar? I can't use Mud Slap anyways, so might as well learn roar for now. Can't think of any uses specifically. It's the same once as a Whirlwind earlier. I decided that Whirlwind is not that worth it. Okay, here has Geodudes with Magnitude, so I can send out the... wait, do they have Magnitude? Is Magnitude level 24? I can't remember. Hariyama, Growl, doesn't matter. It's dying regardless. Alright. We don't really have any fire types yet, so I could maybe get a Torkoal here if we run into one. Anyways, I'm just trying to think of what other encounters we could possibly get that are worth considering for the team. Because a lot of them are just not worth considering at all. Psybeam... Mega Drain. Smoke didn't poison, that's good. Has a really high chance to poison. I think it's 70% chance to poison or something. Anyways, off we go. Grovyle, another wave is annoying, but we have the healing spot literally next door. So it's all good. So the reason why I recommend starting with the Mach Bike is because specifically here you can use it to reach this guy, but you have to do it like tile perfect because you can just go from the bottom due to the sandstorm. Alright, I might as well register it, why not? Here with the berries. I do like the daily train. They aren't exactly trainers, but daily NPCs for the berries. Gives you something to do every day if you just want an excuse to play the game. And thankfully they didn't put any ultra rare berries locked behind them. Cover is better than Disable. Disable is nice because you can really screw with some NPCs. But the 55 accuracy is just nothing. Now Slugma is a decent-ish fire type for playthroughs. But nothing crazy. Just that it gets some nice options for utility. Spinda. Alright. So we switch to Kadabra. Hopefully the coughing won't blow up on us. Smog, that's fine. Ninjas guys should be faster. Yeah. And last guy. Heron, we're going to Hariyama and obliterate it. After that obliteration I should name Hariyama Exodia. But anyways, Skarmory would have been a pretty good flying type to get. But I didn't want to have to wait to get here before I chose one, as in I wanted to already have it so I can start raising it. Right, Spinda. Vital Throw on this one. Bullet Seed hopefully kills. We're almost through this place. I need to start preparing for the next badge though. So I need Hariyama to level up a fair bit. We do have some time though. So it's not the end of the world. Right, this one might blow up, so I need to think. Okay. Aaron. This way, even if it blows up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Do we take the time to get the flutes? I think it's not worth it. Since the times we'll end up actually making use of the flutes are way too few. We can instead just straight up do the same thing with lava cookies. Psybeam, Psybeam, Thankfully, Swallow didn't have quick attack there. Otherwise, it'd be kinda toast. Alright. Before I enter the shop, might as well grab the nugget. Now, this is a metronome move tutor. Up there. Could be interesting. Because metronome is a status move. So it can indirectly, provided we get unbelievably lucky, get us extra coverage. But it's basically pulling a lottery every time. Is this guy? Is the gear? If I remember wrong, I thought there was one NPC that gives you a TM there. You know, there's the dig TM here. Alright. Barboach is one of the two things I considered as my water type. As my water type, my first choice originally was Barboach and Whiskas. Like the first thing that came to mind for a very good HM slave, but also good for battles. The water type. Take down, can't even use it. Okay. But then I remembered that Walrein is basically even tankier and pretty much gets the same moveset. And that's why I decided on Walrein. Because it's just a better Whiskas when you are only using stab. If you are using other moves, then sure, but like if you are only using stab moves, then you're better off with Walrein. They both have huge HP stats, but Walrein also has extra bulk. I want this to level up a bit faster. So I might switch it into a battle or two. We get up the berries. And the berry. The Pokédoll. Off we go. Right. So I have the switch. Let's go to Kadabra. Bullet Seed should take care of it. That's a bit annoying. Do I have full heal it is? Once Aeron levels up one more time, I think I'll move it to the back for a little while. I do want it to level up, it's just that I want to level up the rest of the team too. That's the problem with trying to raise too many things at once. Right. Protein. Most of my vitamins are probably going to just go into Hariyama, to be honest. Another antidote. Okay, Carbos. I wanted to go into the Zubat. Protein into Hariyama. Finally leave it poison. End of the world. But almost used Leech Life again. Keep doing that. I need to fix my habit of just massing through. Of course it lives on 1 HP. Why wouldn't it? Hiker. I just need to make sure. Does it have magnitude? Apparently yes. Yes it does. Solrock. I'll kill it for the experience here. Then we deal with these guys real quick. I need to use 2 potions on the Hariyama. Thankfully it has ginormous freaking HP. Alright. Then we fight this guy. Okay, finally we get Wing Attack. Let's lose Leech Life so I don't accidentally click it again. And that means I can now freaking use Zubat myself. And now, behind this girl, there's a heart scale. For anyone that doesn't know. So if you're looking for heart scales, in both above and below Rashboro there are hard scale spots. Alright, so I'm going to suck the Slakoth here to get a Mega Drain in the Zangus. And a Mega Drain on the Meditite. Hariyama. We finish them all off. So Arm Thrust should kill the Spoink. Arm Thrust here, then Cybum definitely kills the Survivor. I played that pretty badly, but we won. That's what matters. I'm going to go through this path again. It doesn't take that long because it's easier returning this way for me. Since I want to go through Mobile just to grab some extra stuff, because I'm pretty sure I should be very close money-wise to being able to afford a TM from the game corner, and I want to try and get Ice Beam now rather than later. Okay, I'm 15,000 away. Switch the bikes and off we go. I'll just do it later next time we are in Mobile. Because if I don't get Ice Beam through the game corner, I'll have to just go to the abandoned ship, which I do plan to do, but I'll have to wait extra for that. Alright, let's do this. Aeron. Profile is about to level up. Let's do this, guys. And I'll have to see again after. Attack and absorb. Okay, Tabitha. Wing attack. That levels up. Going to Grovyle, so it can level up as well. Zubat, the Aeron can deal with it. Sienna, the Aeron can also deal with it. We evolve. Hopefully it has enough experience, happiness to evolve again very soon. Let's not start with Aeron, let's start with the Hariyama. Since it's my Tina. Vital Throw can never miss. So it doesn't matter if he goes for Sand Attack or not. Alright, Zubat. Aeron can easily handle it. As long as I don't get hitting on Fusion 3 times. Then for camera. Kadabra can just brute force it. It's not a big deal. Alright. This one has had enough experience. I need the Hariyama to get a bunch of experience now. I need to hit level 29, level 30. I'm going to save the game, then buy a bunch of cookies using the auto fire. I think I'll buy enough until I'm down to 63,000. That should be about 30. I got it. I got it exactly. Nice. Baltoy. Just going to provide, just playing it safe. Plus I want to get Leaf Blade. Let's fight this guy, why not? Ooh, I just realized we are at 69 HP. And that Numel just had to ruin it. Colbert. Deals the stuff here. Alright. Next trainers. After this we have one more trainer. And what else? Trainer and I think an item and the nugget that's down the ledge. Oh wait, there's a second item. Right. No. I have all the items, it's just a trainer, the item I was thinking of, then down the ledge. Had a feeling he'd go for double team. Down the ledge we have the nugget, but I don't want to jump off yet. What can we buy here? Nothing that important. Then let's get the ice heel from between the grandma's leg. And since we have the teleport spot done, now we can go back on the mountain and fight the trainers. It's very easy to forget about these trainers, but they give some nice experience. I want to level up Golbat just once. Just see if it has enough happiness to evolve, but it should be close because I've done so much walking with it. Right. Here Sceptile gets Leaf Blade. I forgot to pick up the meteorite. Okay, how close is Sceptile? 8 experience. Right, let's kill something in the grass here. It works. Okay, that's not ready. Evolve. Okay, Leaf Blade. We lose... I think I'll just lose Bullet Seed. Since Leaf Blade is much stronger than it anyways. And I still get to keep the healing moves. since it's faster than just going down. Then we want charcoal, in case we decide to use it. Do I have burn heals? I have ice heal, I have one burn heal, and I do have the lava nuggets, obviously. Now, for the gym, we use Hariyama pretty much exclusively, and Kadabra in second. Now the Slugma hopefully doesn't burn me with Flame Body. Thrust here, second here. The leader is level 29 at the highest, if I remember correctly. It's either 29 or 31, doesn't matter. Difference is pretty much negligible. Now if we jump up here we get a double battle, so I'll just do that. So I will Rock Smash the Kecleon and then Psybeam it. This way it will be super effective. Burn us, that's good. Since we don't have guts, a burn will be really bad. But as long as we don't get burned, it's all good. Golbat, confusion doesn't really matter. Alright, the correct one is this. But I want to exit so I can go heal up. And we'll have a look through the team. This is about to level up. Am I going to ever use Sand Attack? I kinda want to keep it. Just I'm considering right now to lose a move on Hariyama to give it bulk up and just go for a sweep. Just one shot everything. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Since I'm not going to be using the Slakoth much, I don't really have many other options. The only thing is Vital Throw later on will be replaced for Brick Break maybe, or I might replace Rock Smash with Brick Break. Vital Throw has decreased priority. Arm Thrust is just a really good move, I don't want to lose it. So Sand Attack is the other option. But fine, Arm Thrust it is. Then the plan is bulk up against the Slugma, then just sweep with Vital Throws. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's an Amel. Okay, Sand Attack first. Sand Attack again. Now we bulk up. No amount of overheating is going to help it. We have the thick fat as well. Alright, so we are +6. Now I want to use Super Potion, or I'll just use this to get rid of it. Proxima skills. Knock off we cannot use. Proximus, no burn, that's good. Camera, we go for Vital Throw. Without the sun, even Torkoal cannot kill me with overheat because of the thick fat. Alright. Then we get the goggles. The goggles that you wear on the go. Very original name. But anyways. We get the tower in the desert. And let's see. Then the XP share on this. I can just put the XP share on the Golbat. I hope it has enough happiness. Or do I put it on there? On the next team is our dad. No. Suitable here. XP share here, so we can maybe get Lairon just in time for our dad's gym. Then Grovyle, I choose you. And then I need repels. So do I have any small repels? Not what I see. So super repel it is. All the trainers here are pretty much sitting ducks against Grovyle. Golbat. The Grovyle again. Mega Drain. Honestly, I should be using Leaf Blade more than Mega Drain when I get low in health. That way I will actually be able to fight everyone instead of running out of PP on the healing moves and then having to use items to heal through the Sunstorm. Leaf Blade should be exactly enough to get through this place. Stardust. Mega Drain the Sunshrew, Psybeam the Marill. Leaf Blade the Sunslash. Finish off the Marill. Leaf Blade. Off. Alright. The blade should do. For this one, I'm going to actually force switch into the Golbat. And then we have Sunstorm. Thankfully we didn't run into any Trapinches. What did they just say? No, this better not have arena. I was pretty much saying thankfully we haven't run into any Trapinches with arena trap. Because it's annoying. Then literally I do a misstep by one tile, and on that singular tile I get it. Let's go find our dad. The one dad in the Pokemon universe that came back after going to get milk. Everyone else just poofed away. Must be some grand conspiracy about all the men deciding, nah, I'm not going to sit here and raise the kid. You're on your own. Alright. With bulk up, we should have quite the easy time at this gym. There's 7 trainers in here. Pretty much only the solo was a danger to the Hariyama, that's why I took it out first. The rest are just... they're like slash critical hit is the biggest worry, and even that is not guaranteed to kill. Okay, Iron Tail. We lose Headbutt. Then we go back and heal. We have one more Vigoroth. Enel Linoon, I think. Oh, Spinda. Okay. Doesn't change anything. Oh, Zangoose, not Vigoroth. So, same strategy as the last gym. I will heal here. We're out of confusion. And pretty much nothing he can do now will stop me. Like the Hariyama is really strong to begin with. And after bulk up, pretty much nothing stops it. Alright, so we get Surf. Now here's the problem. My Surf user, until I get the Spheal, is going to be Hariyama. But we've kinda run out of moves, so I kinda have no choice but to lose Sand Attack here. I can't lose Rock Smash, I need Vital Throw for Juan's Kingdra. So yeah, it's a Sand Attack. And it's a really good utility move. So it just feels bad to replace it. Oh. And now, I kinda want to go this way for now. And do the optional trainers. Just for some extra experience. Let's use a Grovyle for now. Let's use the Golbat. Since that's the one that really needs to level up. I want to get Crobat, because after that I'm pretty much set. It's really strong. Where do we get Sludge Bomb in this game? I can't remember. Sludge Bomb will be an amazing move for Crobat, because without it we are pretty much stuck with Poison Fang, which is not a bad move by any means, but there's better ones. Right, this is where Regice is. Pearl. We attack here, side here. Same thing. You'd think that the trainers that require Surf would be a bit stronger, honestly. But nope, they're just complete pushovers. Now, one of these has an item. Yeah, there it is. Like, the wild encounters you get from Surf are higher level by far than the actual NPCs you get. This makes no sense. It reminds me of when you get Surf in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, where you get Surf and you can pretty much catch level 40s right away. Even though to get Surf you need to get through the town, what's it called? The one with Cynthia's grandma, anyways. Oh, Celestic. So you need to get through Celestic, which by that point everything is like early 30s, but nope, you can just straight up catch a fully level 40 thing. And it's not a weak thing, it's like Tentacruel, Golduck, stuff like that. Like good stuff. Right. Aeron is very close to evolving, one more level. So for now we are making our way here, getting as much experience as we can on the team, because I do want to actually raise the full team. That's the point of these trainers, to just give you that extra experience if you decide to raise more than just one or two things. I don't want to do the usual 4 to 5 and then HM slaves, because that's just boring. I want every single thing on my team to be useful. And not get hit in confusion multiple times in a row. Game, come on. Almost at the abandoned ship. I should heal up a bit. There's also a rare candy we can grab here, while we are passing through. Is there an item up here? I'm pretty sure there isn't. It's next to the sailor. And the rare candy is down below. Profile and lift blade beat out of existence. Rare candy. The Golbat is catching up to the rest of the team, thankfully, in experience. Howl. Okay, I was worried for like a random thunder or even spark. But if it's just a howl, then it's all good. Alright, double targeted. And it's evolving. Then it fully evolves at 44. Okay, I will fight this guy here. How the frick is it that they always will hit the 55 accurate supersonic, and then I will always get hit in confusion afterwards? Like, I've heard of NPCs cheating, but that's like straight up unfair. Alright, we clear all the rooms. And I want to get Ice Beam from this place, but oh, here's the harbor mail for for the girl that gives you the coin case. Would be cool if there was an abandoned ship like this, but almost definitely people wouldn't be allowed in it. Because, not to be mean, but everyone is pussies nowadays. Like, they're just constantly expected to be babysat. Well, when I was a kid, the dangerous things we did. And I say dangerous, but I don't mean like stupid dangerous, like not climbing bridges, nothing like that. But like we did do dangerous stuff pretty often. Alright, we really need to use the EXP serve for a while. Revive. Oh, a couple. These are the last trainers for now. Yeah, Moonlight doesn't matter. It's only postponing the inevitable. We need Dive to get Ice Beam, but I don't want to have to wait until I get Dive before I can teach Ice Beam. That's why I want to get it from the game corner. Even if it's like freaking expensive, like it's how much? It is 80,000 total, money-wise. Alright, Confuse Ray, better than Supersonic. And obviously there's a Hatch King there. And obvious. Wind Attack and Psybeam. I let the Skarmory kill. Psybeam. Wing Attack. It's a cover. Confuse Ray. Then we go into Hariyama. We have Wing Attacks left. Alright, that works. Oh, Future Sight. Do I want this? It's nice because you can use it and then switch out. It does a lot of damage as well. Yeah, I think I'll use a Reflect, since we can always read its Reflect later through the TM. We can just grab a copy of the TM for like dirt cheap at the department store. Have to make sure I'm not missing any items. Right. Oh, I remember, I'm out. Make the Future Sight. Then recover. Oh yeah, Future Sight is typeless, so never mind. I'll just pick something better for later. Right, I think this is the last trainer, I hope. Then after this we have New Mobile, and after that, Crobat, nice. And after New Mobile, I want to just end the stream. Actually, I might not even do New Mobile today. The point of doing New Mobile is to get Thunderbolt, but it's not like we can use it. I don't have any electric types. Welfare. Give me your experience. Also, here we can get the hidden power. Where is he? I forgot to talk to the guy. I'll just do it later. I forgot to talk to the secret power guy to then unlock the shop for hidden power. Oh, also we have these guys that I completely forgot about. Take the item off. Let's do them real quick. Doesn't matter what they do, like Supersonic is the only thing they can really do to me. Not Supersonic, Sonic Boom. Would be nice if I could use Mud Slap like normally you can with Lairon, but I'm not allowed to because of the challenge. Alright. 3 more trainers, and then the psychic. That actually has quite a bit of lore behind. Like there's a fair bit of lore behind the psychic in the cycling road. Oh, magnet pool, I completely forgot about that. Oh well. That should be the last battle. This one is not a battle. Okay. Now, this one has some lore. It's hypothesized that this is just someone that keeps teleporting around with her Abra, because you can also find her in the Sevai Islands in Fire Red Leaf Green. If I remember correctly, Island 1 in the sandy beach up top, above the island town. And she mentions something about it. Anyways, now we just have to head over to here, but before that we really need to make some room in the inventory. Like, I'm completely full. Anything else to sell? Nope. Drop off some stuff. Charcoal, moonstone, macho brace, black glasses, the ethers, the elixirs, the rare candies, the Viagra, the soft sand for now, Everstone, don't need that anymore, silk scarf, ethers. Alright. Just out of curiosity, that electric we got earlier lacks nature, okay. So, do we do Trick Master? We have 2 goes through of Trick Master, I think. Might as well, let's do that. Why not? So you get a Trick Master challenge every other badge. So you get one at 1 badge, then at 3, then at 5, and so on. And for the first 3 you get a sparkle. For the others, after, you don't get sparkles. So you just have to guess. Every last bit of experience helps. Because not being able to use, and that's the Harbor Mail. Again, there's like multiple that you can get for free. Then we pick this one up. Grab the scroll and we get to the exit. Timer ball, as if I couldn't just buy that. Oh well. He does give you some good stuff. And some stuff are exclusive to him, like the Hardstone or what's called the magnet. Because Kecleon is quite annoying when we are only allowed to use Psychic move. Because it means that it gets hit once, it leaves, and then it's Psychic. So it will just take half the damage next time. And I do like this one. I did mention it earlier, this is one of my favorite puzzles. My favorite out of the Trickmaster ones is the strength one. Just because I like strength puzzles. I miss them in the later games. Press the button from this side. Alright. Heartstone. Oh, we have one more, okay. And this is the strength one, which I really like. And yes, it is possible to soft lock yourself in here. Now, what can I teach strength to? For now, the Slakoth. Let's lose Slakoth. It's fine. Alright, Meditate gets deleted. But yeah, this room has changed so many times between the games and even the regions, because Game Freak kept realizing that, okay, people were actually getting soft locked in here. Maybe we should change the room. But even in this version, which is the least soft lockable, there is still a soft lock. There's actually two, but one is the more popular one because it was on a YouTube video of a guy trying to soft lock himself in this room. Next time through, I think, is when the nugget is going to appear. Alright, so teleport, heal up. Have I gotten the thing? Thank you. Then, while at it, real quick, we do have the goggles, so I can just skip right through the desert. Can talk to this guy that I completely forgot about. So now, back in Slateport, also formerly known as Slaveport, obviously. If we go, there will be a new shop in the market. And that will have hidden power, which can potentially be very useful. Because if we get the correct hidden power, as in same nature hidden power, we might be able to get a high power steel move for the Lairon that actually has good accuracy, either a steel or a rock type. So I'm going to get 2 hidden powers, they are pretty cheap, and then just 1 secret power. Hidden power will count it as the type that it actually is. So this is where we are going to just stop for today. But before we stop, let's have a look at the hidden powers. So we just open PK Hex, load the save file up and we'll just check the hidden powers. I'm not editing anything. Alright. The Electrike in the box is this ground type with 36 power. I don't know why the Grovyle shows us illegal on PKHex, but okay. Grovyle is fire with 32. Crobat is hidden power flying with 66 power. That is actually extremely good. The Lairon is bug with 56. Hariyama is bug with 32. Slakoth is ice. And Kadabra is hidden power fighting. Out of all, the one that is actually good is the Crobat. So let's actually teach the hidden power now. Hidden power flying with 66 power, which is stronger than wing attack. And it's pretty much almost as strong as fly without needing a second turn. That's actually really nice. And again, we count hidden power as the type that it actually is, not that the type that it just shows here. So it's not considered normal, it's considered flying. We only get to use it if it matches the type. And since Crobat is flying, we go with that. Now, I want to level up the Grovyle to 36 and evolve it by the time we get to Fortree. And then for the gym itself, I want just Kadabra to be leveled up and Lairon. Since we are teaching moves, might as well give Lairon a Rock Tomb as well. So now we have a rock type move too. Alright. Save the game and we are going to end it here. So thanks for watching everyone. I will continue this challenge sometime soon. And I think one decently long stream, like 4 hours, should be enough to get to the league. Because our team is fairly solid. Now this team does look pretty much identical to my last few challenge playthroughs in a way, because I just really like Sceptile as a starter. I like the Sceptile line. I quite often like getting a Kadabra because teleport before you get fly is just amazing. Lairon, I just really like Aggron. Hariyama is just something that once I discovered just how good it is for playthroughs, I just can't ever go back from. Like, it's just amazing for playthroughs. Then Crobat, also amazing for both playthroughs and competitive, and I just really like using it. So yeah, so many challenges have basically ended up with this kind of team, because this kind of team is just so nicely balanced. You have 2 special attackers, then 3 physical, and all of them can learn some really nice utility moves. Alright, so I'm just going to go take a nap for now. So have a good day, night, whatever everyone, and I'll see you whenever I have time again. I need to continue this challenge. I need to finish the Ultra Sun Nuzlocke, and then I do want to do some more for Ultimate, but I run into an issue where the Circle Pad Pro keeps disconnecting, even though I'm on an emulator, and that's just annoying because every time I do a quest, I then have to go into the settings and change the settings again and again and again, and it just pisses me off. So once I work that issue out, I will do some more for Ultimate. For Ultimate, I have actually hit HR6. So I did the hub all alone because I was bored. And I'm at the Sagaru Magala Urgent for HR7. Anyways, I'll show how the progress on that is going next time I do a stream on For Ultimate. So have a good day, night, whatever, and join the Discord to know when I'll be live again. And for the ones on the YouTube side, just leave a like, doesn't hurt. Anyways,